Man, y'all already know. Y'all already know. The takeover. Caitlin Clark shutting it down once again at the Annika. Record-breaking numbers, as we knew would happen.
Caitlin Clark just did something insane. Seriously, the whole sports world is talking about it. She played in the Annika Pro-Am in Florida, and it wasn't just showing up. She absolutely crushed it, and get this, it proves she's bigger than basketball in a way no one saw coming. The WNBA kind of dropped the ball with her, but the LPGA, they rolled out the red carpet. The numbers from her appearance are mind-blowing. Tiger Woods in his prime, this was even bigger. But it all started with a 35-foot So here's the question. When are leagues going to realize Caitlin Clark is more than just a player? She's a straight-up cultural phenomenon.
Caitlin Clark definitely put it down, man. She showed the star power that she has. She had the golf course, the electricity was there. It was lit. You had everybody was going live, trying to stream the golf. Like it was a must-see event because of Caitlin Clark.
Before we get into the details, let's talk about how she prepped for this. Because what separates the good from the GOATs isn't game time. It's what they do when no one's watching. Michael Jordan doesn't just invite anyone to Grove 23. It's his private golf course down in Hobe Sound, Florida. It's not just a place for celebs to hang out and take selfies. No way. This is where empires are built. This is where legends are made. This is where Jordan shares his wisdom, and he brought Clark in for a reason. Grove 23 is Jordan's vision of golf perfection. 18 holes of championship golf. They have a clubhouse, a learning center, a practice range. They even deliver refreshments by drone. Seriously, everything there is about excellence. It's not just about your swing, it's about how to build something bigger than yourself.
Caitlin Clark took her talents to the golf course just a couple days ago, and it was a great success. It was a major story that everyone was talking about. Everyone was tuned in. And what do you know? We got to take a look at this here. This was put up by Beth Ann Nichols. It says, how big is Caitlin Clark on the LPGA? Last year, according to media data tracked by Gamebridge, there were 395 television segments that mentioned Caitlin Clark in the Annika. On the Pro-Am day alone, there were 2,693 posts on X mentioning Caitlin Clark playing in the Pro-Am that generated 241,000 engagements and 18 million impressions.
She showed up rocking all Nike gear, including her CC logo, plus she was teasing her new golf shoes, which are still in the works. And get this, that's exactly what Jordan was teaching her. Understanding that every appearance builds your brand. They weren't talking about golf mechanics at Grove 23. Nope. It was business strategy, crossover marketing, building a long-term legacy. Jordan sees in Clark what he saw in himself back in the day. Someone who appeals way beyond their sport. Nike execs were there too. They were talking about deals, player edition products, cross-promotion, how to turn being athletic into generational wealth. Jordan made it clear that real stars are bigger than any sport, and that someone with real star power can lift up entire leagues. Clark absorbed everything. She asked questions, took notes. She understood that this invite was the ultimate stamp of approval. From the GOAT of athletic branding, Jordan doesn't mess with those who won't go all the way. He saw that fire in Clark on the golf course, the same fire that makes her so good at basketball. She was precise, focused. She takes every competition seriously, no matter what it is. This wasn't just a vacation. This was a masterclass from the guy who wrote the book on becoming bigger than your sport. And everything Clark learned at Grove 23 set the stage for what happened at Pelican Golf Club days later. Now, let's talk about what made the Annika program unlike any LPGA event we've seen. Clark didn't come alone. She brought her Indiana Fever teammates, Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hall. They turned a golf tournament into must-see TV with pure chemistry. Sophie and Lexi weren't just carrying clubs. They brought their personalities, their humor, and their bond with Clark. They translated perfectly from the court to the fairway. The Golf Channel was there. They don't usually do live coverage for this kind of thing, but they knew something special was happening. Commentators couldn't stop talking about the dynamic between these fever players. Sophie embraced her caddy role, joking about getting kicked out of the group. Her energy was a contrast to the normal golf vibe. It made the whole thing way more entertaining. Then, Sophie accidentally hit a spectator with her drive. The crowd went silent. Cameras zoomed in. Golf events don't usually feature errant shots from celebrity caddy. The atmosphere shifted from excitement to concern. Clark's response was perfect though. Man down, turning a potentially awkward moment into comedy. The fans said getting hit was worth it. Sophie replied, "Says your wife," and the crowd went wild. The three teammates had chemistry that felt real. They supported each other through good shots and bad ones. Hull, who actually plays golf, brought some real knowledge to her caddy duties. She understood strategy and club selection. During the round, fans were shouting for Cunningham and Hull to resign with the fever. And Sophie's response super direct and honest. "Tell them to pay us." It highlighted the WNBA contract negotiations. The desire for salaries that show their true value. It cut through all the corporate talk and union stuff with brutal honesty. The caddy dynamic proved that Clark is even bigger when she's with the right people. Her teammates brought their own personalities and fans. It made for TV that everyone wanted to watch. But while it was funny, something bigger was happening. Something that would change how leagues think about crossover stars. The numbers from Clark's appearance at the Enica Pro-Am didn't just break LPGA records, they shattered them. Analysts had to double-check their numbers. It was unbelievable. According to GameBridge, there were almost 400 TV segments about Caitlin Clark and the tournament. On Pro-Am Day, there were almost 700 posts on X about Clark playing in the event. Those posts had almost 250,000 engagements and 18 million impressions. For comparison, most LPGA Pro-Am events barely register on social media at all. The tournament's Instagram had a nearly 600% increase in views year over year. The tournament website traffic went up 121%. These aren't just small increases, these numbers suggest a whole new audience discovered the LPGA because Clark was there. But here's what's crazy. The attendance at Pelican Golf Club surged by an estimated 1,200% compared to previous Pro-Am events. Normal Pro-Am rounds draw quiet crowds. Clark turned the atmosphere electric. Fans screamed her name from tee to green. They chanted MVP during her putts. Security had to add extra people to manage the crowds. Parking lots filled up hours before tee time. Merchandise stands ran out of Clark-related stuff by noon. The pro shop had never seen demand like this for a single player. Fans climbed trees to get better views. The galleries followed her with the intensity you see when Tiger Woods is in contention on a Sunday. So, here's where it gets painful for the WNBA. They spent 2 years letting Clark get beat up, treating her like an inconvenience instead of an asset. The LPGA knew exactly what they had the moment Clark committed. They promoted the event like crazy. They made special merchandise, they had autograph sessions and photo ops. They gave Clark prime tee times and put her with popular golfers. They made sure she felt special because they knew she could elevate their entire sport. Golf Channel commentators were straight up. They criticized how the WNBA wasted Clark's appeal. They talked about how the league failed to protect her from rough play. They mentioned how refs let opponents hack away at Clark without consequences. It seemed like the WNBA was embarrassed by their own star instead of embracing her. The LPGA rolled out autograph zones, extended TV coverage, special program. They gave Clark the full Tiger Woods treatment because they knew her value. The production quality was like a major championship. Interviews with Clark were all over the broadcast. Commentary focused on her appeal and what it meant for women's sport. The event had coverage that started early and ran late. Every shot Clark hit got analyzed. Every interaction with fans got captured. The LPGA treated this program like it was the final round of a major, because they understood the opportunity they had. Clark broke LPGA attendance and viewership records. She brings new audiences wherever she goes. Her authenticity connects with fans across different sports. This day sent a clear message about what happens when a league actually embraces its biggest star. But the day wasn't complete without a signature moment. Clark delivered that on the 10th hole. Every so often, an athlete does something that makes you stop and watch. Clark stepped up to a 35-foot putt from the logo on the 10th hole. The crowd was packed around the green. Fans climbed trees for a better view. This wasn't just any putt. This was Clark's moment to prove that her touch and feel translates to other sports. The distance meant everything had to be perfect. The slope of the green made it even harder. Even professional golfers miss putts like that all the time. Clark took her time reading the green. She crouched behind the ball, studying the line from different angles. Hull offered advice as her caddy. The crowd noise dropped to a whisper. Camera operators got in position. The commentators prepared for either celebration or disappointment. Their voices were hushed. The ball rolled across the green with perfect pace. You could see the moment when everyone realized it had a chance. The volume started building. Phones came out to capture the moment. Clark followed the ball, walking alongside it. When it dropped, the roar was deafening. The kind of sound you only hear at March Madness. Clark threw her arms up. Sophie and Lexi rushed over to hug her. The crowd erupted. Fans jumped up and down, high-fiving strangers. The celebration lasted for minutes, as replay after replay showed the perfect roll, the perfect pace, the perfect result. The Golf Channel couldn't stop showing it from different angles. Social media exploded with comparisons to Tiger's best putt moment. But here's what makes this moment even more amazing. Clark was playing through injuries that shortened her WNBA season. Her ear injury had messed with her balance. Her ankle problems limited her mobility during the playoffs. Yet here she was, moving freely across the golf course. She looked healthy, moving with the confidence of someone who's ready to dominate again. Her swing showed no hesitation. She walked with the same energy she brings to the court. That putt became the signature moment of a day that was rewriting the rules of crossover athletic success. Basketball fans who never watched golf were sharing clips. Golf fans were asking when Clark might play in more tournaments. The shot will be remembered as proof that elite athletes can excel in multiple sports when given the right opportunity. Clark just showed every sports league how to turn one athlete into a movement that lifts up all of women's sports. Her day at Pelican Golf Club proved that crossover stars create opportunities for entire leagues when those leagues are smart enough. The LPGA understood her value and gave her the platform she deserved. They promoted her properly, protected her experience, and got rewarded with attention, viewership, and new fans. Meanwhile, the WNBA is still stumbling around, insecure about having a star bigger than their league. The contrast couldn't be more obvious. One league rolled out the red carpet and broke records. The other league spent 2 years treating their biggest asset like a problem. One league understood that rising tides lift all boats. The other league seemed uncomfortable with anyone shining too brightly. Clark's golf success shows she's ready for whatever's next. Her injuries are behind her. Her brand has grown beyond basketball. Her crossover appeal has been proven with numbers. And if the WNBA is smart, they'll learn from the LPGA's playbook and start treating their biggest star like the icon she is. Clark just gave every sports league a masterclass in what happens when you embrace your stars, instead of resenting them. The LPGA understood the assignment while the WNBA continues failing spectacularly. Her 35-foot putt was awesome, but those record-breaking numbers tell the real story. If this breakdown opened your eyes to how badly the WNBA missed their chance, smash that like button and subscribe so you catch every update when Clark returns to basketball.